Forget an important date.
Forget to roll your windows up in a summer shower?
Forget to stop at the grocery store on the way home and get a gallon of milk.
Did you forget little Jimmy in the car for 7 goddamn hours?
Well, if so, there's a new product for you from Slappy Co. Kid-X. Kid-X is the world's first scientifically derived formula to remove the gently deceased stain of your child from your car and your life.
Simply spray Kid-X on the affected area and wait 10 minutes while it works its magic. One simple and easy wipe and your stains are gone and forgotten, much like your son. And here's an actual customer's testimonial.
While I was inside, binge watching Stranger Things 3, I realized I'd left my child out in the car for approximately 8 hours. With him screaming his head off like Gilbert Gottfried and turning a certain view of a California raisin. With Kid-X, you'd never know.
Kid-X. Because you forgot to never forget.
No children were actually harmed in the filming of the Kid-X commercial.
From the grave, you can run, but know that you can be saved. The good old game is all resurrected. The blood will flow like wave. But now you know their names. All the brethren are back in the game. With a bottle of whiskey and control of the surface they reclaim. All the good old gamers punch you right in the dick. All the good old gamers return to kick you right in the cliff. Rolling you offended, spit down your neck. The good old gamers return.
Yes. Yes. Prepare your ear holes for a delightful fucking. Yeah, that's all I got. It is year of our Lord 2020 still, because 2020 never will fucking end. Ever.
Nope.
We're forever interned.
It's Groundhog's year.
It's Groundhog. Year of the Lord Groundhog. It's the 19th is what I'm trying
Lord
to fucking...
Groundhog.
The Lord Groundhog. November 19th is what I'm trying to say. We're like approaching Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite fucking holidays.
It is one of my favorites. Fat boys love it.
I'm Lyle. That's Brandon.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Better do the old classic intro before we get into it. Yeah, I'm a fan though of Thanksgiving. Big time.
Yeah. It's probably, I don't know, it's might be tied with 4th of July for me because I like blowing shit up.
Yeah, 4th of July is a good time as well.
Yeah. Then again, I've skipped a few 4th of Julys just because I was lazy. I've never skipped a Thanksgiving, so that probably wins.
I think about video games a lot with Thanksgiving because
it's one of the few holidays you usually get off work and
well, even like as a kid, and as a kid, you know,
you got the Thanksgiving break.
Your family's usually around and shit, and somebody's always got a fucking Nintendo stored away somewhere. Mm-hmm. So that was fond memories. I only had like 2 of them like that, but you know, me, Alex, and Zach used to sit and play shit all the time.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to be off work, so I'm going to actually play some games.
Yeah, I think all the dust has settled on bullshit in my life, so I'm going to get back into
That's amazing.
Gaming hard. Yeah.
You've had a very good streak of some rather good luck.
Yeah.
Or not good luck, but...
rectifying issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely plundering a rectum.
Yeah. The rectification of my rectum was...
The tri-rectification of the third for John Knight. There's something like that he says at Ghostbusters. Uh-oh.
I apologize for my phone. I am on call with work, so I got to keep it on. But it's spam. So
Oh, thank Beelzebub.
bills, bro.
What a fine guy he is. But, yeah.
So let's talk about some bullshit.
I'm glad things have been working good for you.
Yeah.
Is there any news?
There's a little bit. We'll go ahead and.
I think there's one we need to talk about.
This isn't really news, but in case it's flew under your radar, Arcade1Up's releasing an Outrun cabinet and virtual pinball.
Yes. And a Marvel vs. Capcom.
I don't give a fuck about that, but
I thought
yeah,
that was kind of cool.
Yeah, a lot of people do though.
I'd rather have X-Men versus Street Fighter personally.
Yeah. So the Outrun cabinet, they got a sit down and stand up version. Don't know much details beyond that. I think it's got like Outrunners, Power Drifters or something like that.
Yeah, I'd never
Some
heard
weird
of that
cart
ones.
game that's never crossed my radar. Looks pretty nifty. I'm definitely interested in it. I'm gonna wait for some reviews because I've been itching for a racing cab.
Yeah.
The sit down one looks kind of cramped unless they recess the pedals back into the cabinet. What few pictures I've seen showed a guy like breaking his back,
Yeah.
just folded
This is
over in
not the way you drive a
just
car.
because those little Japanese men get in their tiny cars and scoot around everywhere.
Yeah.
The stand-up one looks pretty spot on to a real Outrunners cab. That's what I remember the most from the skating
Yeah.
rink.
Well, that's the one they used to have at Ponce and Pixels too. Is
Yeah.
the stand-up one, and that's what I always play by as well.
But see,
At the
I'm
skating
mostly
rink as well.
interested in it for modding because I want a full-on racing cabinet to do all kinds of shit. So chances are this ain't going to be what I need. But I'm
Yeah.
going to keep an eye on it.
At that point, though, I kind of wonder you'd probably have to buy a new steering wheel and all that,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Well,
think?
it depends on how they do it. A lot of their accessories can be routed into a PC using some other small board or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, chances are it's not going to do what I needed to do. And I've already kind of come up with rough schematics to build a set-down racing cab, so I might just go that route anyway.
I really enjoy your new Golden Tee.
Golden Tee's pretty
Cab.
nice. Yeah, they was on sale at Best Buy for $250, and pretty pleased with it so far.
Oh, yeah. That's
I've been
nice.
getting my inner drunken brut on.
That's nice. You're fucking Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, I'm getting my Shooter McGavin, giving that ball a little tap. This little tap around.
Yeah, and Grizzly Adams had a beard.
Yeah, definitely pleased with the Golden Tee. One thing that's infuriating with the Golden Tee is it keeps up with your credits. Like they never, whenever you exit out or turn it off, credits are still there, and that makes it where you cannot play a 9-hole course because it automatically gives you the 18.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I played a 9-hole course like once. Now it's just permanently in 18 unless I want to sit there and feed it credits until I get to like 1,000, I think, and it rolls over.
Oh, my God.
So,
Well, I mean, if you ever need a quick tapping dude, I guess I could hook you up on that. I got that lightning fast
yeah.
pecking thing going on.
Yep. Get her going like a sewing machine.
Yeah, buddy. My hands still shake from the ones I'm around all the time.
Yeah. Other than that, and it's not too bad. I mean, it's not that if I want to play 9 holes, I can just fucking play 9 holes and not give a fuck.
Yeah.
So, not that big of a deal.
God, I would still love to have an arcade version of Neo Turf Masters on that.
Oh, yeah.
That Neo Geo golf game. I love it.
I've been kind of looking into modifying the 12-in-1 that we both have
Really?
and to do more, trackball and spinner games.
Well, I've kind of thought about just ordering like that Galaga kit because all you'd have to do is get that PCB board and the joystick, right?
I think so.
I believe everything else would pretty much be universal, like the screen and shit. You know, your marquee and stuff, of course, would be different.
Yeah.
But I mean, I noticed you can get like the Ninja Turtles PCB board for like $40. Mm-hmm. And just get a joystick, separately and just swap them out when you just get the itch to play it,
Yeah.
Well, Something that's kind of funny. Do you want to talk about old Billy?
Oh, silly Mitchell.
It's kind of weird, man.
Yeah, I've seen that. Twin Galaxies is now suing Billy Mitchell for millions. And I want to say, like, the original filing of the lawsuit, they sued him for, like, exactly the amount of the Pac-Man perfect score.
It's so crazy because we met him.
Uh-huh.
He was real friendly to us. And, everybody's like, oh, that was just a movie. Well, apparently now, coming to light, the King of Kong shit was the actual... That's true.
Yeah.
Apparently.
It's come full circle.
Like, that's what, it's like, so it was a movie, but it's not a movie? Sorry.
Now, from what I saw, some of it was a little exaggerated. Like, especially the whole premise of the story. Like, how it was Billy and then Steve Weeby tried to beat him and...
Well, yeah, there was other people that were...
Yeah, there's other people who are...
Score.
Yeah. So it wasn't just them two, but that's kind of forgivable. That really didn't matter. Because once you start including 30 other people, and there's like, who gives a fuck? And now it's a NASCAR race.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can tell a story with two.
But, I mean, Billy Mitchell, apparently I guess they've proven that he was cheating and shit, right?
I mean, as much as you can prove something like that, yeah.
Todd Rogers, he fucking got shit canned because that fucking fake dragster speed and shit. A bunch of those assholes. Which, I mean, I love video games too, but at the same time, like, I don't let that define who I am as a person.
And it's funny, that video I sent you was pointing out a lot of different facts, and it kind of seems like if Billy hadn't been such an asshole throwing lawsuits everywhere, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
But since all the the explorations and investigations and stuff that's had happened because of those lawsuits, now they're like, oh, we got all this evidence against Billy Mitchell, let's sue him back.
And that's exactly what they're all doing. Like, everybody's just... I mean, he's kind of used that shield of fucking Twin Galaxies, because you notice none of this shit started coming out until the Twin Galaxies got under new management and shit.
Yeah.
They started noticing shit.
Don't understand how they thought that it wouldn't come to light when they sold it.
Oh, yeah. I just kind of think it was one of them things, they just kind of had it in their best interest to kiss his ass forever.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I hate to say it, but that's all anybody else has done is piggyback on each other's success and all that shit.
Yeah.
I can't think of the dude's name, but you need to do some checking in on it because it's pretty... His name was fucking Rudy... I could Google it real quick. Rudy something. So, other people that's connected to, like, Billy Mitchell and all them have, like... I've seen talk about this guy. This guy's always threatening people and saying crazy shit. Well, that dude straight up murder-suicided him and his girlfriend, like, 2 months ago. And, like, this guy, like, proclaimed himself to be the world's greatest gamer and all this shit. He was just, like, certain people we know... Or, like, it's just like certain people you've met in your life that just hold themselves to, like, a higher caliber than everybody else. So, well, I'm obviously a bigger brain surgeon than you are, that kind of shit. And I think that dude was kind of like that. He was just like, I am the video game.
The people who make whatever their main interest is, their entire identity. Yeah, that shit always rubs me the wrong way too, man. Like, you got something else going on in your life besides the fucking video games.
Well, like, this dude apparently, like... Well, I get... I get, like, loving video games and shit. I get that, but I'm trying to, like, look this dude up, because I can't remember exactly what it is. It was like one of the things, if somebody, I guess, did better than he did, he would, like, fucking threaten them. Like, I'm pretty sure he'd, like, called and made, like, idle threats to, like, people and shit. because a bunch of people in the video game community like fucking hated that guy. You know, apparently he was a fucking asshole. I mean, you gotta be a fucking asshole to murder your girlfriend and then kill yourself.
I mean, do you?
Rudy?
Do you?
Rudy Ferretti. 41. Rudy Ferretti was known, and it said mass shooting reported at Madden video game tournament in Florida.
Sounds like some kind of fucking wine brand.
I think somebody at the...
We get you a glass of Rudy Ferretti.
Rudy Ferretti was known in the male-dominated retro gaming community as champion gamer.
What? Why did they have to put that in there? Male-dominated.
In the male-dominated retro gaming community as a champion gamer and as a raging misogynist who ferociously harassed women. That's why. He once made a homebrew game in which the goal was to kill women.
What are we supposed to do? Magically make women better at video games? Like, I don't understand what they want there.
This is what it is. This is what he did, though. Like, one of the people I seen where he was talking shit was a female gamer, and he, like, harassed and, like, stalked her and shit. And, he'd made all these idle threats, against a couple people, and, like, collect, two public targets, which I'm friends with one of them on Facebook. I ain't gonna say his name, but apparently said they've contacted police in different states a half a dozen times to report his threats against themselves and other. Had no effect, and then the dude ended up fucking actually killing somebody and himself, you know. Well, fuck yourself, you know. If you're that kind of person, you should kill yourself anyways because you're fucking trash, but... You know, to drag somebody else into your bullshit like that and take their life, that's fucked up.
Someone's got a case of the Benoits.
Yeah. Oh. The Benoits. That just sounds like a... Next Thursday night on ABC, it's the Benoits.
One day we've got...
And everybody's dead.
One day we've got to finish that skit. That's the lost skit.
Is it?
Yeah. That's the one that was on your computer at the house fire. The Benoits.
That was the final.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I completely forgot about that until now. We've got to redo that.
Yeah.
Remake it. I forgot about that shit. There was something that was... Fuck, I can't remember. Like, I loosely remember. There was something real awful said in that, and I can't remember what. Holy shit, yeah. The Benoits. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Can't cancel us. Like running my own website. Fuck you guys.
Suck a fuck. A bag of them. Well, what have you been playing here lately?
Been playing a heavy amount of Golden Tee, obviously. Also did a mod on that 12-in-1 I showed you where I leaned the monitor back real far on it.
It looks really good.
It does. I might, if I decide to keep it that way, I'm gonna come up with a better solution than electrical tape over the grooves. But it doesn't look too noticeable as it is. Been playing. Well, I went and started playing Guild Wars 2. Actually, I've tried to get into MMO. Guild Wars 2 ain't too bad. It is nothing to really brag about so far, though. It's just very run-of-the-mill MMO. Go do this quest, do that quest.
Yeah. This town over here needs some sticks for torches. Perhaps you should go and get them some sticks for torches.
It is at least not the traditional World of Warcraft, you know, find the NPC with the yellow exclamation mark above his head thing. It is, you go around the land, and, you know, each location has their own problem. Like, this place is getting raided by bandits, so you can go kill some bandits, or go recover stolen goods from the bandits. And you do those things enough, and you get your reputation
Preston
up.
Garvey's going to be like, got some bandits I need to talk to you about near the settlement camp.
The very end game does look kind of interesting, so I'm going to trudge through to max out a character, I think. Because, goddamn, it's been so many years since I fucking played an MMO to end game.
Yeah.
I haven't had that kind of time, so I'm going to try to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And unfortunately, the MMO scene is very lacking in new video games. The past fucking 5 to 10 years, if you wanted to an MMO that's, of good quality, your choices are pretty much World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy 14, Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
Is that just a handful? If you want a space one, well, your only choice is really EVE Online.
Is Ultima Online still a thing?
It still is. It's it's definitely waning, which it has been slowly for years. It ain't the Ultima Online that I remember. I tried it again, and it ain't what it used to be.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Don't you still own property?
No.
You don't?
No. You have to keep an active subscription to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have owned official property in that game in many, many, many years. But, I might end up playing a free server for Ultima Online again at some point. I don't know. I play that. This is one of those games I love it, but I've also played it so fucking much that I'm just kind of burned out on it permanently.
Yeah. It's done. I've still never played it. I just know that. Oh, fuck, how long's that game been running now? 20 years?
It was really the first, what I'd consider first real MMO, so it's been more than 20 years. Hey, we will give
That's
this a
crazy.
quick Google real quick. See how old Richard Garriott's creation is. Lord British Richard Garriott. He's such a fucking prick from what I've heard.
Oh, for real? You blew my stuff. Peasant.
1997.
Holy
23.
shitty titty.
So you can drink.
Damn.
I do think it's funny. Richard Garriott, he saved himself quite a bit of money off of, the whole Ultima series, and then he did that MMO Tabula Rasa, which I really like Tabula Rasa. It's unfortunate it got canceled immediately.
Never heard of it.
It was fun. It was like a third-person view MMO where you run around and shoot aliens and shit. It was fun. I don't remember the details of why it got shut down. Yeah. Other than the fact that World of Warcraft was really big and nothing fucking came out then that lasted. But anyways, he spent his whole fortune to go up to space, and now he comes back and trying to scrounge together a penny with games like Shroud of the Avatar, which I've not heard a single good thing about that game. It piqued my interest because it's like, this premise was basically Skyrim plus MMO, or plus Ultima Online. Yeah. So, full 3D world, first person view, Ultima Online world. So, that sounds cool. And then the more you look into it, it's like, well, it's riddled to death with DLC type things. Pay hundreds of dollars to get a house here, and hundreds of more dollars for this or that, and your shit don't cross over from server to server, and rampant cheating here and there. It's like, fuck this.
Yeah, fuck that. That sounds awful. Just rife
with fuckery.
Yeah.
I have started playing this card game though, Flesh and Blood. I recommend it to anybody who's kind of fed up with Magic.
I'm kind of interested from what you've told me.
It is.
I've been sitting here eyeballing those decks.
I'll let you look through it. Oh, I really like the art on them. I think it is a pretty solid alternative to Magic. The gameplay, if I were to describe it briefly, would be Magic Online, or Magic done in the style of like Soul Calibur or Mortal Kombat. You got two here, each. You and your opponent both have a hero, and you're doing attacks against each other. Mm-hmm. And each hero has different abilities. They have different weapons. You can equip them with different kinds of armor and stuff. And every turn, you're filling up your hand and swinging attacks at them. The resource management part is nice in it. In that, unlike Magic, where you can get mana screwed because you don't draw your lands and you just can't play Magic. Yeah. Probably the worst thing about Magic is there's so many games where it's just a non-game. You just, the luck of the cards ain't there. You don't draw anything to let you play, and it sucks. This game, every card is its own resource. So it's called pitch. Some cards or all cards can be pitched for a certain amount of resource. 1, 2, or 3, and all cards cost a certain amount of resource to play. So every turn you got 4 cards in your hand. Some of them you can say if you had one that could pitch for 3, you pitch that, which is basically discarding it. And then you got 3 resources you can spend to actually play your other cards.
Yeah.
So it's kind of you wagering, do I want to pitch this or do I want to play it? Do I want to pitch maybe 2 cards, do 2 attacks, that kind of thing. And you also have to use your cards to defend with. All the cards, or not all of them, most of the cards have a defense value on them, and you use those to defend against your opponent's attacks. And the way the card draw works is you draw your cards at the end of your turn instead of the beginning. So at the end of your turn, you drop your 4 cards, and then your opponent goes. So if you waste all your cards defending, you're not going to have much shit to do for an attack. So there's a natural ebb and flow to the game that comes from that, where your opponent starts wailing on you real hard. You kind of start playing defensive, and you're trying to get.
You had these cards turned backwards in the deck.
Yeah, because some of them don't get mixed in, like the hero and armor and stuff.
I got you. I turned it back.
It's fine. I've got the 4 starter decks from the Welcome to Wrath first set. It's got a warrior named Eurythia, a ninja, a guardian, and Lyle's looking at the brute. One thing I really like about it is the art.
Yeah,
it reminds me a lot of older school Magic, and some of it's pretty brutal. Like there's one, I think in this brute deck, the guy's getting his fucking arm crushed in half.
There's one where it's like entrails that look like ripped out as like smashed instinct or something. It was pretty fucking rad looking. Very gory.
It's not in this set, but I saw another card from one of the other 2 expansions that the card has something to do with like taking something from the opponent, but the art of it shows like a hero being lured into a lake from like this beautiful woman, and you see like this tendril coming from her legs under the water, and you follow it all the way back, and there's this huge grotesque blob demon like controlling her.
That's freaky.
It looked pretty fucking rad. So I really like the art of it. It's and so far it's a pretty fucking valuable card game too. I pulled a card from my booster box over there worth $250. Coincidentally paid for my Golden Tee cab.
I kind of need to start buying booster boxes and mining for that card.
Yeah, I mean, I got really lucky with that one booster box because the rarity system in it, that rarity of that card only shows up 1 in every 4 or 5 boxes. Boxes run about $80 each, so I kind of got real lucky there.
Oh, yeah.
But it's surprising how much value these cards are holding so far. I got the unlimited printing of it. If you got the alpha print, that's already $1,000 a booster box.
Like the Series 1 print.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, the major difference between the unlimited and the alpha prints of that original set and the 2 expansions that they have is the alpha sets have what's called cold foils versus the normal rainbow foils, which is like what Magic and stuff has.
Yeah.
Unlimited has rainbow foils. The cold foils in alpha look pretty gnarly. It's hard to really explain what they look like. You just have to look up videos of it. It looks gnarly as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
So it's cool that they've paid a lot of attention to the things that made Magic successful, and they're kind of following along that trail of how Magic got its start. I mean, even the name of the reprint, Unlimited, that's what Magic did. They had their alpha, beta, and then revised and Unlimited. So it's you can tell they've put a lot of thought and stuff into it. The only real downside compared to Magic, I think, is Magic is a game of building up your board state, so you got your army of monsters basically versus theirs, and all kinds of fun shit can come out of that.
Yeah,
there's no real board state in Flesh and Blood. Every turn you're just swinging at each other.
Yeah, I like how you described it pretty much like a card game, Mortal Kombat or Soul Calibur.
Yeah, especially with this ninja hero. He's all about combos, so he's got different combos that give you bonuses if the previous attack was a certain card.
Mm-hmm.
So like you might start off with a knee strike, and the next one's a head jab that gives you bonus if your previous one was a knee strike, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there, you're just wailing on them, building up a combo. It's pretty fun.
I'll have to check that out. It looks badass. Is that the mat for it?
Yeah, these are the mats for it. I'm using under my computer now. It's one of those games that's the mat's pretty helpful for it for new players versus Magic where everything's just kind of spread out.
So would you say it's a lot, I mean, I'm assuming it's a lot easier to pick up than Magic is.
Yeah, especially I think it'd be easier if you haven't played Magic or don't know a lot about Magic because you kind of want to take over things from Magic that don't apply.
I've literally tried learning Magic fucking 5 times in my life, and every time I get in, I'm like, you've tried teaching me like 3 times now, and I'm just like, I suck at this. I bought all them cards at one time, and then the house probably burned down because I was dealing with black magic with them cards.
Anytime you want to, we'll bust out a few of these decks and play.
We may do that around this Shanksgiving that's coming up.
Yeah. I really recommend it to anybody who's interested in a non-Magic card game. There's not many that's worth a fuck. Pokemon's kind of blown up here lately.
Really?
Yeah, especially the old original cards that me and you had.
Oh, yeah, dude. I've noticed.
It's mainly because of that cocksucker Logan Paul. Did a video about it. So, of course, everybody's, gotta buy them. They're valuable. Gotta buy them.
I seen there was a YouTube video where some dude spent like fucking $15,000 and bought a sealed box of Series 1 cards and was like opening them and just doing a YouTube video. He's like, if I get a Charizard in here, it'll pay for the next 2 boxes. And I'm like, use it to pay for a house, you fucking jerk off. Like, fucking dick sore. But I kind of wonder, I've often thought, I wonder what happened to that kid that bought my collection for me. I can't remember that kid's name, but, I sold my whole collection to that kid for $300 back in the day, which was a lot, but I had a lot of shit. And I regret it now. I had, I think I had 2 or 3 of those Charizards and a couple Blastoises that I'm not going to say how I procured, but...
Yeah.
Shall I say how we procured?
Yeah. Misdeeds were done.
Yeah, it happens.
We're minors. It don't matter.
I don't know.
Anyways, I miss the original Pokemon.
It was I had an incredible time playing that game. It was actually fun.
Yeah. And I've tried to do the new stuff. It's like when Serrano got a little older, I bought a set and we played some. It ain't as good as it used to be because they've tried to church it up too much and church it up dirt.
I wish they'd just reprint the old ones, or you could find somewhere where you could find a good counterfeit set. I'd play the old ones still.
So the old one was simpler, but it wasn't as bad about being rocket tag as the new one. The new one's like everything can kill everything else in one hit. Everything's fucking overpowered as hell. I don't like it. There's more give and take in the original.
Dude, I've been looking on eBay. I had that starter deck for SimC, the card game, and I'm still uberly interested to see what that actually plays like. Mm-hmm. And you can get that shit for dirt cheap. A booster box is like $30.
There's a WWF card game out there I've always wanted to play because it looked pretty gnarly, but it didn't make it past its first set. But it's kind of like this. You got your wrestler, and then you playing cards like Leg Drop and Stone Cold Stunner and Pile Driver.
Man, I had a randomly weird card game like that, and I cannot remember what the fuck it was now to save my life. It was something odd though that wasn't like Magic or anything, but it was like something basic like wrestling or. Oh, I had an MLB card game that was actually really fun. I don't remember, because there was in the late 90s, there was that fucking explosion after Magic where it was everything had a fucking card game. Yeah. Fucking great grandma's funeral, the trading card game.
I play a Weeping Uncle.
I play bastard cousin kids that you only see at a fucking death reunion. Yeah, like everything literally had a fucking card game at that point in time.
My counter with wheel contention. You owe me 3 resource points.
Well, God, that sounds like such a miserable game. Well, I block your withdrawal of my resource points with my fuck, I don't know. I'm so brain dead. I use Christianity to block your attack.
Well, in response, I summoned Judge Judy.
It's just like, dude, it almost like it makes me want to. We need to make a YouTube video where it's like they're playing the world's new hardest card game, and you're just laying down all these random cards and nothing makes sense, and people would just be like, "What the fuck are they doing? How they?" Well, I got Judge Judy. It's like, well, I'm playing the Arsenio Hammer card, and I'm rolling my dice to see if Jesus comes back. You just say something different back and forth. Like, well, I raise your Vincent prices too, and I'll go into that haunted house and counter with a half-eaten bologna sandwich. Oh. Only a move a sheik would pull.
I counter your capture my resources with Charlton Heston. You have to pry it from my cold dead fingers.
What's this? NRA's rolling in town. I counter with a Columbine fucking questionnaire group. These people are bowling for Columbine, if you will. I counter with this guy never walked again from a stray bullet. Oh, that's the worst card game I ever played.
I'll tap my plane to destroy your World Trade Center.
Canceled.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to tell a story on the air.
I tapped my oil pipeline to drain your resources.
In response, I'm sending you on a hunting trip with Dick Cheney.
Fuck! He won! Brandon wins!
I'm going to get my daughter canceled forever in the story.
Uh-oh.
We started Christmas early. It's been a shitty year. She wanted to do Christmas early. I was like, piss on it. I'm normally ball humbug, but fuck it, light it up. It's Christmas. So we've been watching Christmas movies. And last year we watched Home Alone. And this year we watched Home Alone 2. Lost in New York.
Very nice.
Which had
with Death Eater Trump.
Yeah, I was going to say God Emperor Trump made his appearance.
God Emperor, yes. Yes. Hallowed be that name.
There's a scene where Kevin McAllister's up on the Trade Center. And I said, that was a close one, Kevin. If you'd been there for 10 more years, you would have got hit in 9/11. And she said, well, one of his family came back on a plane looking for him and ran into the trade towers. I just had to pause it and start laughing.
Oh, he's fucking Home Alone forever, lost in New York.
I can just see his mom. We gotta turn this plane around now. We gotta go get Kevin.
She gets. Wait a minute. No, she just sees the building come up. Everybody's panicking. She's. Wait a minute. What? Kevin!
It zooms in on him. He's looking at her through his binoculars. And he zooms out. Or he takes his head back and he does the slaps on the side of his cheeks.
And then the old man that shovels salt from his house in Chicago shows up and puts his arm around him. He's like, we finally got no parents. I will take you home and fuck you. Oh, fuck. Home Alone, gagged and bound.
Home Alone, New York Lost.
Oh. Oh, man. That would be a vacation he would never forget. We ought to actually write the sequel to that. Like, he got lost in New York. His parents were on the plane that got hijacked. I mean, that's insensitive as fuck. But needless to say, they perished. Kevin McAllister is now a drug addict on the streets of New York, turning tricks. And Marv and whatever, the other
Yeah.
Marv, and the Sticky Bandits are now reformed, and they're Christians, and now they're living. He's home alone in a halfway house. And they're gonna, like, what caused you so much grief, you little louse, as a kid, that now we're gonna help you back on the road to prosperity.
Watching those movies again as an adult changes so many things too. Like beyond just the, they couldn't survive that. Well, no shit, they couldn't survive it. It's fucking cartoon violence. But this is things like, okay, in the second one,
Might want to censor that 9/11 bit, by the way.
nah, my daughter don't need a job. Cancel her.
Fuck.
She's 11 years old. You know what she was saying. Anyways, they're robbing the toy store. So Kevin takes pictures of them and throws a rock through there to set off the alarm. They have to go after him and get the pictures. And I'm like, y'all are already like wanted by the cops for breaking out of the prison. Why the fuck do you care? What is he gonna do? Make you more wanted by the cops?
What I always wanted to see a deleted scene is like where they finally get Kevin, and Kevin's about to be like, I'm going to do some cute little Kevin McAllister shit to just get away, and Marv just pulls a pistol out and just shoots him in the fucking face. Well, that's the end of the movie. He's like, oh, you accidentally shot me in the foot too, Marv. Like, shoots through the skull.
Yeah.
Anything like that, or like, how funny it would be in the first Home Alone, that whole contraption where he's got the bicycle handles going across. But what if that thing broke? He just snapped his fucking neck like on the ground. And they're like, yeah, now we can rob the house with these. He's just laying up there dead and stealing all his mother's jewels. Problem solved.
I finally come home. Where's Kevin at? Who flooded the basement? I'm like,
Kevin! Oh, they look out in the yard.
yeah.
He's out there in purple and covered with snow. That's awful. This has been a pretty fucking dark episode here.
Sponsored by Kid X.
Yeah. Gently remove the stains of that little shit from your life forever.
So yeah, that's Flesh and Blood.
Oh, that's great.
What you been up to?
I've been playing some episode 1 Pod Racer.
Hell yes.
I bought it on PlayStation 2. They had it for I don't know, I think it was like $2 or $3.99. Got it there night, and I've been playing it on that projector, and it's pretty fucking rad.
I need to fire it up on the Dreamcast again. Just you saying Pod Racer got me itching to play it again.
That's like honestly, that's one of my most favorite racing games of all time. Too. My favorite top 3, like favorite old school, since you were talking about Outrun earlier, like my favorite 3, I think old school racing games of all time are definitely the Cruising series, Cruising USA, Cruising World, Need for Speed 3, Hot Pursuit. I love that fucking game, and probably
Pod Racer.
Pod Racer, and like there's another one I can't think of the name of. It's on Dreamcast though. Super Runabout.
Yeah, I think that's one.
Where you defuse the bombs. That was like, as far as games I've like played the most of, those were like the top 4.
I'm a big fan of San Francisco Rush 2049.
I always seen it, but I never really played it.
We gotta fire that up one day. The racing's fine. It's the battle mode that's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, fuck Twisted Metal. It's way better than that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I did like Twisted Metal.
I did too, but it ruined it for me because it's just so much better.
Well, they ported that on, I know PlayStation, but the 64 port of that was really fucking good, was it not?
Of San Fran Rush 2049? Yeah. I don't know. I mainly played it on Dreamcast. I don't think I ever played it on N64.
You played it on Dreamcast?
Yeah.
Speed Devils. That's the name of that other one on Dreamcast I was trying to think of. I always liked it because it had a fucking tornado level. And that was kind of neat. It's like the first.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Pod racer though, man, like I forgot how much shit you can do on that, like custom, like upgrading your parts and all that. And like I've built a pretty fucking top notch racer. I haven't been spanked good yet. Like I've been getting first place the whole go around.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than I remember.
Bulba, you listening, you punk ass little leg walking bitch. Look like you got some damn Bell palsy or something going on. Fucking something wrong with him.
Anakin gave him a forced stroke when he didn't give him a good price.
What do you think happened to Watto? Like, that's why the whole left side of his face sagged, and the fucker wore like a spittoon as a hat. Like, God, I just made him sound more stupid than he actually looks.
Yeah, this is impressive.
Yeah, I'm proud. I haven't figured out if I've bought turbo yet or if I can use my turbo. Because there is a turbo, like a boost button, is there not?
Yeah.
I don't think I've bought the thing to boost yet, maybe. I was trying to figure that out. They're not, because it said X, I thought was boost, and then, which I've been just going the normal speed and still spanking everybody's ass because I got them engines upgraded like a motherfucker.
The main thing is don't wreck.
Yeah.
Especially some of those courses you wreck and your guy just spirals forever.
Oh yeah, you were to knock one of them fucking pods off, or the motor engines off of it. That's it.
Yeah.
Some of them, man, some of the tracks I forgot are fucking long.
Yeah.
Like there was one I played the other night, and I think I clocked in at like fucking almost 7 minutes, and I'm like, that's a lot for 3 fucking laps.
Yeah,
like
it's Rainbow Road shit.
Yeah, no shit. Like, welcome to hell. This will never end. You know. I've been playing it though. I bought an Oculus Go. It's got some cool shit on it. Mm-hmm. Like what? I'm trying to think. What's really cool on it? I got a game that's called Galactica, and it's kind of like Galaga, but you just move the control sucks shit on it. I got a game that's kind of like Minecraft, and it looks just like Minecraft, but to move, you just it makes a noise like you teleport. That
disorients the fuck out of me.
I was playing it a little bit last night, and it kind of made me a little motion sick. I was like, ugh, like it just don't. It's not fluid, you know. I got like a duck hunt game I haven't played. It's mainly, I guess, like for media and shit. Like,
yeah. See, that's movement's my biggest problem with any VR. I haven't found one yet that doesn't make me disoriented to some degree. Now the Quest with its tracking really well, and the fact that you can walk around helps. Yeah. But it's not completely eliminated because there's only so far you can walk. You know, a lot of games you got to move, and you can't do that in an 8 foot by 8 foot space.
Yeah, you you almost need to be like outdoors to play with it or some shit. Just don't walk in.
I saw that some company made some little like device you can stand on, almost like a little circular treadmill. So you can like
that seems like that'd be dangerous. You get to like lose your footing or something and slide out from under you.
It probably would be very distracting. Like it'd be something that reminds you that you're in the real world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd have to be conscious of the fact that you're on this thing.
I wouldn't fucking like that. Want to fucking like I want to upgrade to the Quest VR or the Quest 2.
Quest 2, yeah.
That is the new one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which, I mean, if I could find a fucking just Quest 1 for the right price right now, I'd get that, because that one, that's what y'all got, right?
Yeah.
That motherfucker's fun as shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure it's still up to par. I don't think they've come out with anything on VR yet that probably can run better than that, really.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you want to do. It can't do a lot of PC games. The Quest 2 won't be able to either.
Really?
Because they're
still got to have, like, that's where the Rift would come in, right?
Well, they can be a Rift. It's just a cool thing.
If you got the bitchin' ass PC to go with it, right?
Mm-hmm. It's just doesn't have to be that screaming. I mean, this laptop can do it. My daughter uses this and that.
My desktop could do it?
Depends a lot on the video card.
I'm going to probably say no. I'm pretty sure the video card's like 2 or 3 years old.
Oh, then it probably can, actually. If it's just 2 or 3 years old, it probably can.
I'm not sure. I'll have to look.
Yeah.
I really don't even know exactly what the fucking specs of that thing are.
I think as long as it's
here's
over
$200. It runs Minecraft. Take my money. Like,
if it's over a GTX 980, I think, or something like that, which is fairly old at this point, and reasonable processor and stuff, it's not as taxing as it once was considered to be. Of course, you're not going to max out all of the special settings on it. The sky's the limit on that shit. I really have been wanting to play that Half-Life Alyx with hers. I need to get her to just let me borrow that for a little while.
That's as close as you're going to get Half-Life 3 ever, probably.
Probably. It looks pretty swift, so.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've seen anything about it. I've seen something about that new Star Wars game that's out, and it looks kind of cool.
Half-Life Alyx convinced me that VR is never going to be a mainstream way of gaming, which I already knew that, but it convinced me even more that it's never going to be a mainstream way of gaming. It's just too inconvenient. That everything about that game screamed, mainstream AAA game that everybody's got to have, every Half-Life fan, and it's just kind of done okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's just... there's no game that they're gonna make that's gonna make people go out and buy VR.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to already be wanting the VR for the novelty of it.
Yeah,
it's not like the new Call of whatever. Or
the only way it would actually shift. That's what I was gonna say. If the fucking PS6 or the next Xbox that comes out after this new generation that just launched were VR consoles. They're like, this is the only way to play it is with a fucking headset on.
And I bet you they will never do that.
Well, fuck no, because you're alienating a lot of your audience
now,
right there.
If they will have to put it in box for no extra charge. They have to eat the price of it. Is the only way.
You're talking about looking at a fucking $1,000 console.
Even then, it's a big ass gamble because a lot of people just set it aside and never touch it. They'll try it once.
There's a lot of people that just can't get. I know people that just are like, I just cannot get comfortable wearing one of these things.
It is very disorienting to me. I mean, most games, unless it's a game where I sit still and just kind of swivel around, if I have to move, any kind of locomotion in the game throws me off hard.
Well, I noticed like a couple of them I played back at the first Game Fest, or the second Game Fest is when we had the VR. Second one, I tried that one, and that. Or did we have VR at the first one?
We had it on the first one.
I just remember I tried it one year, and it was before TJ had upgraded a setup, and that shit made me like so motion sick. Like I got the fucking cold sweats, and was just like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. Just so motion sick.
Now,
but the new one, like even that little Oculus Go I got, it don't really. I got one of them roller coaster apps, and I got a hover car app, like the cars in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
And it's kind of trippy because you start getting up towards going up by skyscrapers, and for a second you're like, oh,
it'll trick your brain.
Throws your head off, and you're like, I'm fucking high up, and then you're like, well, no, I'm not. Because I'm just high.
We got that Richie's Plank experience on hers.
Oh, dude, that fucking wigged me out in your living room that day.
It triggers something in your brain that you logically know this is a game. It ain't gonna do nothing to me, but it triggers that response in your brain.
That fear, man. And then like you told me, you're like, just fall off of it, dude. That shit is wild because literally for like the first second half, you're like, you almost feel like you're fucking free falling for a second, like.
Yeah, right before impact, I kind of got that jolt up my spine, like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then just fades to like white. We can only hope that's what happens.
Just respawn.
You just wake up with the 10 seconds that your brain's still realizing what's going on, and your fucking shin shoved up through your fucking rib cage. It's like you're like something out of a fucking scary stories to tell in the dark book. You're like a piece of sausage that just fell down a furnace, all fucking like you look like goddamn John Carpenter music you was talking about earlier. Just like it, man. The Thing. We talked last time about how cool it'd be if there's a Thing board game. There is.
Yeah.
I see that like not long after that. I'm like, well, fuck my ass and call me Randy. Like.
I need to check it out. Actually, I haven't had time to. It's an interesting concept.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, you got some music or anything?
Yeah. Let me get it lined up here with a pause. All right, we are ready to go here. We got the opening theme from Final Fantasy VI. Got me in the mood for some spooky boner pills.
I was going to
Tell
say,
you
it
what.
sounds like the music plays when you walk in and your roommate jerking off. Dun, dun. And this is playing when you're sitting in your room rocking on the floor from what you've seen.
Didn't know anyone could do that to her grandma.
It was so dry.
But so lustful.
Filled with ill repute.
Oh, buffering.
It was here 28 years ago. He seen a man have sex with an older lady. It's plagued him, haunted him.
Now he takes to the streets for vengeance. It's going around just killing people when they're jerking off. Just busting down apartment doors.
It's like look in her room. It's like looking at him. Zooms in on when the guy's jerking off. Looks at him, and it's just shocking. Like it just, he's looking in. Sees the dude. Zooms in on the dude jerking off. And he looks out the window. The guy's just instantly staring with a shotgun. It's just like zooms in.
Now I got a scene in my head where a guy's spanking it, and he hears some noise. He looks away, this thinks all is nothing. Goes back to the screen. He looks down. Now he's jerking off a shotgun. It just blows his head off.
Dude's like watching porn on the computer, and he turns and looks back, and just a knife and a hand comes through the computer screen. Just the guy's like hiding on the other side of the desk. And now he's gonna kill everyone that masturbates. Doing the Lord's work, cleaning filthy hands from the streets.
Disasterbation 3.
Evisceration masturbation. Sounds like a fucking death metal song.
Yeah.
Evisceration masturbation.
We have totally ruined the song.
Yeah. Legend says he's seen someone beat his grandmother with a flesh hammer, and that is why he kills people that masturbate.
Oh God. Now imagine the sequel.
Oh no.
Kids go up in the mountains like a bag full of Viagra. Don't go into them hills.
Yeah, you got that fucking naysayer standing there. You know your kids are gonna die up there, right? Kids go up there and play with themselves all the time, never come down off the mountain.
They call it Jerk Off Mountain.
You'll go up there to beat off and straight jerk yourself off this planet Earth. Oh. That was a good song.
It was.
Wunderbar. Wunderbar. Oh, man. I haven't laughed that hard since I was a little girl.
Yep. I have to remember that when next time I go off to meet Beat Point.
I'll put in my headphones tomorrow on my way to Nashville.
Yeah.
I'll be playing that while I'm doing something mischievous. Banging old ladies. I guess that's what I'm supposed to do in Nashville. No, I think not.
There's lube in them hills.
They run us over. Not a dry piss in the house. Stop by a store and get me some old spooky boner pills. Wonder if he has any that's like not Halloween themed. This like non-spooky boner pills.
Yeah.
Like ray of sunshine boner pills.
We call this line of boner pills some business meeting.
Edward Scissorhands made me cry when he carved up his wax hands I made for him. I damn near had a heart attack. But wait, I did. I'm pretty sure that was his last movie. I think
so.
Edward Scissorhands.
After that, he embarrassingly died.
Just like Lon Randy. That's terrible. I love John Candy.
Yeah, me too.
John Candy was great. Well, fuck.
I think we're about done here.
I'll actually not be a jerk off that's going to get shotgunned in the face next time. Remember, kids, no one jerks off tonight. That'd be the tagline to the poster. Tonight, no one beats it. Telling you, we need to start that whole series. Like, let's call it The Heathen. Not Heathen. That sounds like a shitty band name. We are not heathen. I'll wear more fucking makeup than your sister does. Ugh. That's something I've thought about here lately, and I've kind of made a good point out of it. Is I play in a metal band, and growing up when you'd see metal bands, you'd be like, "Damn, those guys would kick my ass." Now you see a lot of metal bands, you're like, "Damn, those guys would fuck my ass." I don't fucking get it. It's like, what happened? Did Joe's balls fall off?
Yeah,
what the fuck happened?
I mean, Daryl's Deep Meat Corn Dogs are in good business.
I say that, and you look at the fucking 80s, and you look at hair metal, and it's like, well, it kind of happened then, too.
Yeah.
Because, fuck you if you like hair metal. Like,
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's awful.
There's some of it that's I can tolerate, but yeah. I don't know. That was just a little ending side note there. I wanted to throw that out there. But anyways, don't leave us a review. Don't say shit because you don't anyways. I guess we'll fucking be back next. We'll do a Cinema Sapiki next week. Like not an episode long one, but figure it's about getting time. We need to talk about Double Dragon.
Yeah. Double Fist and Double Dragon.
Get that out of the way,
Yes, I still need to watch it.
But, shit, until next time, game over, man.
Game over.
You kids don't go jerking off in them hills. He's up there. He kills.